Y'all, we need to talk. My voice is not up game right now. I had to end my stream early today because my voice is all messed up at the moment. But like, yo, I can't just sit back and see this news that dropped and say nothing about it, bro. Like, real, dude, I sound crazy. This is insane. Yo, STARGAZER. I don't usually make these videos, but this one is huge. STARGAZER, Sia Estelle is coming out. I mean, I was a big doubter of Sia the whole time. I even mentioned in the last video, all that stuff, everything that's coming out. But let's just go ahead and talk about some things real quick. It's gonna be a quick little overview of what we're expecting, what's not shown here, and things I can make a video about when, you know, I actually don't sound like this anymore. But here we go. New class Sia Estelle. She's a mage. She uses Ent, Celestial Light, Compass, MapleStory M exclusive class. Only person I know with actual genuine info on this class is Steve. He made a video. I'm gonna link that in the description. Go check it out if you are interested by any means. MapleStory also has their own video. I'll leave this microsite in the description as well so you can watch it too. But we just gonna go all over this. Another thing that caught me off guard, and one of the reasons why I'm even making this video to begin with, is Challenge World and burning events. When I saw Challenge World, I'm like, oh, it's like really, you know, the measly KMS Challenge World. I don't think a lot of people would participate in it too much because it's like interactive only, right? But then I read the last sentence and it says, afterwards, you can world leap to interactive or heroic worlds. Dog. Now, I don't know if both characters will be able to coexist and play together on one world and then leap to either interactive or heroic. I feel like it'd be really weird if it worked that way. Maybe where they just make like a heroic exclusive challenge world. I don't even know. I don't even know. But we're gonna keep on going with its Hyperburn Max 1+4 Hyperburn. You go from, you know, level 10 to 15 to 20 to 25, all that action. I still can't believe the challenge world though. It's ridiculous. And then down here, this is the Dawnstar Banquet event. This is the event where if you finish this event, you get another hyperburning. So there is a hyperburn when you create a character on June 11th when the patch starts, and then you go through all of the Dawnstar Banquet like coin check-ins 3 times a week. For KMS it was 24 times, for Maple C it was 30 times. So 8 weeks long for KMS, 10 weeks long for Maple C. Once you finish the check-in, you get a hyperburn coupon, your second hyperburn. Whether that comes to the item burn or not depends on if GMS gets the Carcion Octo Festival event right afterwards. We have no information on that, so we're gonna skip that for now. Moving on over, we have more changes to a better Maple. Skill sequence. Pop out your burst skills in the blink of an eye. Huge buff for classes like Bowmaster. I also like how KMS, Maple C, GMS all decided to use Bowmaster as a preview. Soul Order conversion. You could exchange your Soul Order to faint Soul Order energy. So you exchange 1 full Soul Order for 30 faint Soul Order energy, which is equal to 300 Soul Order energy, and you can transfer that to any character. That is 30% of that Soul Order getting exchanged into transferable Soul Order. So if you have full maxed out 20 Soul Order on one character, you give it to another character, that character you just gave it to gets 6 full Soul Order, which is not too bad. I mean, obviously, like the conversion rate's kind of whack, but it's better than nothing. And then Hexa Booster, you could use the Hexa Boosters, and they are act like they're VIP boosters. They are just like VIP boosters. They cost 1 Soul Order each, use it on the mobs, and there is no daily limit to how many Soul Order boosters you can use, how many Hexa boosters you can use. None. 0. You can go off, your only limitation is how much Soul Order you have. That's it. Arcane River quest improvement. Arcane River is getting remastered, whole new story, all the way up to the Black Mage and everything. And then more arcane symbols with special content. So weeklies will have their symbols increased from 45 per week to 120 per week. Skill reamps for all jobs. We might get the 2-minute patch on June 11th. We might get the 2-minute patch on June 11th. Massive for some classes, kind of whack for some, probably massive for most classes, really. I know some classes don't fare well with it before Mastery 3, Mastery 4, but that's just how it goes. That is all I got off of this. You know, it's not 100% confirmed based off this, but I don't know why they would say skill revamps for all jobs to me. That doesn't really make any sense otherwise. Full map teleport, that's a thing. UI improvements, Jenny Weapon Liberation improvements. I got my video in the description down below. I go into detail about that. Improve Monster Park. Monster Park, you get the 7-day medal much quicker. It's only 30 runs instead of 77, or you can do 3 Monster Park extremes on that same day of the week. You get the medal. I don't really want to go into too much detail about that because I'm trying to get through this. And then there's also Monster Park Extreme. It becomes weekly. The EXP is increased by 5 times the base amount, and EXP temp stats, the Monster Park event stats, you know, when you fill it up and you level up Monster Park EXP, it does increase Monster Park Extreme's EXP. People already went for that one first, but that's just even more of a reason to go for that one first. That's just how it is. And it also, you can do it on two different characters. You cannot run it on the same character twice. One thing I also don't see that might be added is epic dungeons. You can run 2 epic dungeons on the same account per week, but that means one character has to do High Mountain and one character has to do Angler Company. You cannot do High Mountain twice. You cannot do Angler Company twice. That's just how it is. And then coming soon at V261, another reason why I decided to drop this video. 6 Job M3 M4 is coming out in July. MapleStory X Dave the Diver. I lost all hope in this collab coming to GMS, but what do we know? It's coming back. Ride or Die from the Althea video. We suspected it was coming. Honestly, I thought it was going to come out in June, but they're bringing it to July. But who knows what this Ride or Die might entail and all that stuff. And then Hit the Road event available right now. You just, you know, log in, kill 1,000 mobs a day. You get these items at the top right now, and then after the patch, you get all the items at the bottom, and you have until June 24th to claim those. And then, you know, Victoria Cup, all that stuff. So, and there's a lot of things still missing from this preview. There's a lot of things still missing. There's no Legion Champion. There's no Baldrix. There's no Destiny Weapon. There's still much more to come than what's shown here. But I had to get this out because there are going to be, I'm going to explain some of these in more detail when I do feel a bit better to talk, like Challenge World, all that stuff. And y'all just gotta understand. Y'all just gotta understand. But I explained everything the best way I could, except for World Map and Teleport. They just added a town portal to all the towns, and that's pretty much it. UI improvements, just UI changes. Not all the UI changes that we got in April in Korea, but they're going to bring over some of those. I think those full changes won't come until a little bit later. We still need communications on when, you know, Legion Champion, Baldrix, and Destiny Weapon is being released first. But anyway, if the 2-minute change gets fast-tracked to June, that's insane. That's crazy. That's insane. Challenge World for Heroic, Dave the Diver collab. This is going to be a wild ass update. Anyway, I'm gonna go rest my voice now. I had to get this out. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.